Hello, Dutch Mama here. And something really cool happened the other day. Um, a tornado warning was issued for our area, and so my children and I went and hid in our laundry room. And my kids were just bouncing off the walls. They didn't know how to feel about this, right? They were the ones who did know were pretty scared. So we prayed, and it occurred to me as we were praying, we were asking God to do a lot, and we needed to let Him be the boss. So I wrapped it up with telling him, you know what you're doing, do what you want. And then we read a He-Man book and ignored the situation. And of course, the tornado didn't come anywhere near us because they never do. Maybe one will someday, but not that day. And a couple days later, I'm looking on YouTube and there's a video, which I'll try and put a link in the description, where they showed a picture, like video, of this tornado that went through. And this thing was really magnificent. It wasn't just your standard vortex. It was a whole bunch of smaller vortexes. Each one of those was made up of many little vortexes. So, like, all these subsets of vortexes arranged in a circle, going around in this giant vortex. It was a work of art. It was really cool. It was like God had designed this thing just specifically to make it blatantly obvious that He is the boss and He knows what He is doing. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but tornadoes really like to destroy things that lie in lines. The only time a tornado went anywhere near my family's place, my parents' place, was when I was out of the country. And this little whirlwind went through, didn't touch the house, didn't touch the buildings. It just wiped out a row of trees in the backyard and went on its way. And they knew it was a vortex because the trees were all lying in different directions. I think if they took trailer parks and put them all higgledy-piggledy instead of in lines, then the tornadoes would avoid them. But this tornado, it found a row of windmills. And windmills, you have to understand, for me, represent hubris. Because everyone wants to invest in just them and assume that nothing bad's going to happen to them and it's the perfect solution because the government says so. They just represent hubris to me. Hubris is a good word, look it up. And they were all in a line. And that massive, magnificent work of art went like God's wind power, went through and just shredded every windmill in the line. Dink, 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 dink. And there's bits of windmill flying everywhere, and you're thinking, I hope one of those doesn't drop on the person running the camera, because that would be gross. And I feel bad for the people who lost their homes and maybe their livelihood, but it was just really cool to see God showing people that He's the boss and He knows what He's doing. It's like, are we humbled yet? Because He's giving us a lot of warning shots, and they're getting bigger. Thank you for your time. Have fun.